After 2 months stoppage in the action due to the coronavirus pandemic, NASCAR returned to the track at Darlington to kick off the return of sports in America. It wasn't business as usual though. Only drivers, essential crew, and essential broadcast members were on site for the Real Heroes 400. NASCAR's Steve O'Donnell describes the vibe in the garage on its first weekend back.
I think everybody's spirits were really, really high. They all knew the effort that this took collectively to pull this off. This was not easy, but everybody came together in a real spirit of collaboration. It was odd, just with the limited amount of people here. When you look up in the stands, you certainly miss the fans and that vibe and the energy. Even the music that was playing in the garage area doesn't do it justice, but I think everybody was really looking forward to seeing how this works. Anything we can share with other leagues, we want to do that. We certainly wanted to get out and try and showcase our sport early, but it's in our best interest for all sports to be out there. And I think today was a good example of that. I think it was a win for the fans. And Kevin Harvick, I thought his remarks were tremendous at the end of the race and spot on and really representative of our entire NASCAR industry.
Driver had their own unique story and reaction to having no fans on site. I mean, after all, NASCAR is built by the fans. Kevin Harvick, the race winner, describes the awkward moment that hopefully is only temporary, getting out of the car and seeing no fans in the stands.
Usually you get out of the car and the crowd's screaming and yelling, and stay out of the car. And, it was like, well, I don't really know what to do here. You've got Regan over there from Fox. He's 6 feet away. He's a masked man. I didn't know if I was supposed to put a mask on and talk to him. I know they had a 6-foot boom mic that you were talking to. So there was just that sense of awkwardness until we get this all situated of exactly what we're supposed to do. And then when we got done, everybody left. And I'm like, okay, well, the procedure said to drive to victory lane. So I got back in my car and drove to victory lane, and there were 2 photographers there. No team guys. I was able to kind of give my team guys a nice little, elbow bump there as I left victory lane and tell them great job. But, those guys didn't even get a chance to take a picture with their cars. So, just a lot of sacrifices that go into it. But, in the end, in the big picture of things, being able to do what we did today, and that's race, is what everybody wants to do.
Those times when you look into grandstands and yet when you see an empty seat, you feel a set of eyeballs that are coming through the camera lens. And so, I knew that Fox was going to do a tremendous job to broadcast our race and to have as many people feel like they were there today. And that's the way I approached the race was, even just walking down pit road, crew members with masks on, you like halfway don't recognize anybody until I got to my number 1 guys. And, that was our core group. We went into battle today together, and we brought home a nice top 5 finish.
A significant part of this race was drivers took their cars off the truck and raced it as it was. No practice or qualifying for a race at one of NASCAR's toughest tracks. Martin Truex Jr., well, let's say, wasn't exactly smooth sailing. He describes his afternoon at Darlington.
As you probably noticed, we were pretty terrible to start the race, and I was hanging on for dear life. It's probably the worst car I think I've ever started a race with in my whole entire career. And so kudos to the guys, James and everybody, for making some big adjustments and doing the right things, and got a little hole in the nose we had to fix. And I think that probably hindered us a little bit even at the end of the race. I think the tape was coming back off. But again, just thanks for everybody for their support and tuning in, and everybody back at the shop for working so hard, and can't wait to get going on Wednesday. So y'all have a good couple days, watch the Xfinity race, and we'll see you Wednesday.
The fans couldn't be in the stands, and we couldn't enjoy a normal NASCAR weekend like we're used to. It sure was good to see racing back on TV. Hopefully we can all see each other at the racetrack very soon, but important to note, racing is just getting started. NASCAR returns to Darlington this Wednesday to compete in a very first midweek race. Make sure to tune in and watch the action live on Fox Sports 1.